right, so first up, we're going to talk about, is this the right fit for you? Do you really want to get into videography? We'll find out after we go over a few of these things. All right, one of the first things you can expect, long hours. All right, depending on what you're doing inside of videography, you could be working for very, very long hours. 15-hour shoots, 18-hour shoots, shoots where you barely get to eat anything because you're having to work the whole time. It can be definitely tiring. But again, if this is something that you enjoy, you'll make those sacrifices. And it's going to be a beautiful thing when you see something that you were a part of creating come together. But again, long hours is something to be aware of. Understand that it's also an ever-changing market, all right? What's hot last week might not be hot this week, all right? Things change, and that's from all across the spectrum, from camera gear, from styles, from effects. Like, I'm pretty sure if you're really, especially if you're in the music video space, you will see with different types of music, they have these trends in how they're edited that'll come and go just like that. It's good to understand that you're always going to be learning when it comes to film, all right? And even when it comes to editing, you're always going to be learning, and you have to be adaptable and adjust to that if you're looking to be highly marketable and to get booked a lot frequently. Like, don't we all love that, to be able to get booked frequently because of what we do? So I just want you to keep that in mind. The market is always changing, but it is very important to not become a gear grasshopper. All right. Some of you might have heard this term before, some of you might not. A gear grasshopper. All right. Do not try to jump on every new thing that comes out. You know, when you learn how to use your gear correctly, you can emulate what other people are doing with more expensive gear with your gear. And it's really down to a few things that we're going to touch on later on in the video. But do not become a gear grasshopper. I would say find something that you can definitely get started with that meets some of like today's current standards. Like, you know, with cameras these days, a lot of people look for things that shoot at least 4K when they're doing serious projects. A lot of stuff is actually outputted to 1080p, and we're going to go further into that later on in the video, but a lot of people prefer 4K cameras or higher. And you know, stuff like that you can stick with and be rest assured that, you know, you're not going to be phased out because it's still pretty current. So we're going to talk about gear later on, but just something to keep in mind. Do not become a gear grasshopper. Find things that work, learn how to use it well, and you will not have a problem. I promise you. Financial investment, like I just said, it's very important for you to have some type of income to help you build up your bag. And when I say your bag, I'm talking about your gear bag, your camera, your lenses, your microphones, etc. You need to have some type of money or capital to actually start putting your bag together, because some of the equipment can be expensive. A lot of people don't think about it, but lenses are expensive. Tripod, stands, cameras, etc. It adds up, and it adds up quickly. So make sure that you have some income coming in so that you are able to buy these things and get your bag looking right. Also, never stop learning. Never feel like you know everything, because a person that believes that they know everything is a fool. I can guarantee you that. Things change so often in technology and in film that you're always going to be learning, from different editing techniques to different effects to different types of gear, stabilizers, gimbals, etc. Always be open to learn and be a sponge. Those people who are a sponge when it comes to new things, new knowledge, new technology, those are the people that are going to excel and be able to stay relevant as times go forward.